Hi, welcome to my allotment update. This is an exciting time for me on my plot. There's lots to do. I've been moving lots of plants around, preparing for winter crops. But most excitingly of all, I finally got a proper roof on my pergola. So it's not really a pergola anymore, it's a shelter. And this bit here has been extended, so that's going to have that clear plastic on, the bits that were left from there that weren't too shredded and brittle. And we're going to supplement that with a piece of corrugated iron that a friend who's helping me has kindly donated. So that's going to increase the sheltered area there, and it also means it'll be a great place for me to harvest lots of water, because the roof is going to be so big now to harvest water. So I've managed to find 2 really big water butts in the car park on Sunday. Thank you very much whoever left them there. It's going to make it a lot less stressful to be here in summer when it gets really warm, because I'll be able to harvest lots and lots of water when we do get those really heavy rains. And I'll also be able to use this spot for potting on and for putting plants that don't really like lots and lots of water. So my sedums and other plants like that like a little bit drier. So let me show you. We're hoping to finish this tomorrow. So that's as far as we've got. We need to add some buttressing to this pergola now, because it's never been greatly stable, but with the added weight it's become more urgent to make it stronger. Obviously this addition here will make the structure a bit stronger, but it's still quite wobbly, which is it's not great, but we should be able to finish it tomorrow. Pond is looking lovely, but obviously I've cleared it loads, so it's looking a little bit bare, but the plants I have in there are pretty vigorous, and they should come back in the spring. Still lots of pond life. I don't think there's any newts. I think they're probably hibernating by now, or I'm not sure what newts do. I need to look more into the life cycle of newts. They're very beautiful, very graceful, very shy. So the main thing we've been doing on here is obviously the building work. It's been pretty disruptive, as you can imagine. A lot of energy. We've been putting lots of time in, including when it's been really cold. But it's going to be really, really worthwhile. So we're going to be putting the buttressing on the side posts towards the hedge, to give it a little bit more strength. I've managed to cut my hedges, but my wrist has really been aching, so that's not great, but having them so low has made it so much easier to do. So obviously the soil down here, where I seeded my lawn and clover and chamomile, has got trashed. So once we finish this building work, I'll try and aerate a little bit better, because it's become very compact with lots of standing on it, and also it's been very wet. So I'll aerate and I'll reseed along there. Hopefully it won't be too late in the season to do that. What I did in here was I've managed to. I had quite a few blackcurrant bushes, which I took off cuttings last spring, and I've put them into pots. I'm putting wood ash around my fruit bushes from the chiminea. I think I told you last time that I moved. There was a little black blueberry bush there, which I moved because it didn't have much room. I love the. We've had a dew last night, and that's all the dew on the Cape gooseberries. That looks really gorgeous. You can see how hairy the leaves are, and they're quite sticky as well. So they don't really get bothered by pests. There are lots of fruits, but they're really not going to ripen. But as I explained before, I'm doing this Cape gooseberry planting on my plot as an experiment. So I just want to see how long they go. And I've got different plans for next year and how to increase my Cape gooseberry crop, because I really love them. These purple sprouting broccoli that I chopped off has re-sprouted, and these leaves are absolutely gorgeous. I'm cropping them a lot for my dinners. Let me show you what's happening in the polytunnel. Oh, that's another blackcurrant that I replanted. So I've replanted a few in my herbaceous borders, and I've popped some into pots as well. I'll show you where the pots are. So these are my blackcurrants. So I have actually got lots of plants to give away in spring. I think I might have found a good home for some of my plants in pots, because lots of them aren't really suitable for the allotment, but they're great for a small garden. So I'm using this as a sort of nursery as well for friends and family. This is the wild rose, just showing you the structure that I put in for it to grow up. What else can I show you? Let me show you into the polytunnel as well. So from the plant sale at the allotment shop, I managed to get some chard and some winter salads and some mizuna in the back there, because the thing I most miss in winter is fresh greens and salads, because I live in a food desert and what's available is very expensive and really rubbish quality on the whole. So these are the salad crops that I sowed the other week. There's a couple coming up. I've got some winter spinach. I've got some mixed salad coming up. I've got some rocket coming up, winter lettuce, winter purslane, and a bit of mixed salad. I haven't got that much room to grow in the polytunnel, so we'll have to see what happens there, because these will definitely need repotting soon. Watercress is really starting to get going now. The rocket is lovely. I've even got some coriander in there. I haven't taken my tomatoes down. Lots of them are still ripening, and there's been no problem with blight or anything in here, so I'm just going to see how long they last. And obviously when the first frosts come, it does affect the polytunnel as well, so I'll probably take them down then. So there's a whole bunch of tomatoes in there. I'm taking them off singly as they ripen. And I've made some really good tomato chili jam with the rest of them so far. I don't think I'll have any more. I don't think I'll have enough to make another batch, but I will put them to good use. The Cape gooseberries in here. Plenty and plenty of fruits, but I really don't think they're going to ripen. It's a little bit late, which is a shame. So those are these polystyrene tubs are what I'm going to fill with compost and put them on my racking. I've figured a way of putting them on my racking, and I'll pop all my winter crops in there, polytunnel crops in there, and that should keep them happy. So I've slowly been trying to clear in here. That's kind of a main big autumn job really, is just clearing and clearing and clearing. and planting for next year, preparing and planning and all that for next year. So my job today is to move this hops. There's a little hops plant growing here, which, there it is. I'm going to be moving that to my fence, like I said, because the buttressing are going to be on this side, the buttresses are going to be on this side, and I really don't want anything as vigorous as hops growing up any of my structures again, because yeah, it's just going to really cause problems down the line. But growing it against the fence is absolutely fine, because hopefully it won't cause problems. So yeah, that's my job for today. Like I said, we're going to be on here tomorrow, and that's going to be quite intense. So I really don't want to do too much today, because I do have, my health isn't great. I have joint problems and osteoporosis. So I need to pace myself. So along here, these Cape gooseberries look absolutely gorgeous with the dew on them. So I have been moving some plants around, and I finally put that standard lavender in the ground. Poor thing, it was so root bound. I felt really bad for leaving it in there for so long. It's in there now, but I think I planted it the wrong way. It's kind of going towards the hedge now, which I don't really want it to do, so I might have to gently lift it. It's only been in there a couple of days, and reorient it. This bergamot I replanted there because it wasn't happy where it was. There was too much competition from the mallow, the laverna, and from the peonies. Let's see, so I took my beans out, and along here I'm going to just put where the little bed was, I'm going to put a few rows of bricks and then put plants on there. These crops are doing well. I probably need to go and get some mulch, mulch them a bit better. So between the purple sprouting leaves in the polytunnel and this brassica cage and greens cage is really going to set me up a lot better for winter than I would have been if I hadn't have done this. So I think that's mainly what I've been doing on here. I'm sure you'll agree that I've been very busy, and incredibly grateful for the help I've received. A friend and I set up a little group called Helping Hands on the Meersbrook allotments, and this wasn't part of the brief, but one of the gentlemen very kindly, he's an engineer and he's retired, and he very kindly agreed to help me make my pergola much bigger, because the idea for this plot right from the beginning was to have it as kind of a therapy plot, or somewhere for small meetings or people to work out problems, to have some peace and quiet, to have some respite, especially people that don't have access to gardens. And I'd also really love people to come down and talk. We have so many places that we used to meet are shut, and so many people can't really afford, public transport in Sheffield is ridiculously bad and very expensive, and there's a lot of isolated people. So my thought for this plot has always been to make it accessible for wheelchairs and pushchairs, friendly for children, and for people just to come down and just appreciate just being alive, instead of feeling like a numberless or just a cog in a big wheel. So that's always been my hope for the allotment. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting a big step closer to that now, with more place for people to sit under cover, and lots of places for just people to just relax and enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the autumn or the spring, wherever you are, and that you enjoy getting out for a walk and being nosy and chatting to people, because we definitely need more of that. So cheers.